Hello everybody, Kilo Wilson here, and today I will be doing with Deku was reborn as a slime, part 8. So last time where we left off, Deku was just having a feast with his entire village. Now, continuing the story, it will be the next day after the feast, with the samurai looking ogre walking up to Deku, telling him that he accepts Deku's offer and will join the village, with Deku telling the ogre to get the other ogres, him doing so, as Deku would give them names, and well, immediately passing out after giving them names since it drained him a lot. Now, when he woke up, he would immediately realize that he is back in his slime form because, well, he is being cuddled by someone. Him looking up to see the ogre with pink hair. Her looking, well, different than the last time he saw her. This is when the other ogres would come into Deku's house or tent, them telling Deku that they evolved from ogres to Kijins. Is that how you pronounce it? Kijins? Well, whatever. The names of the ogres would be the same as the anime, and by the anime I mean that time I got reincarnated as a slime. If you haven't watched that anime, go watch it right now. It is very good. Since this What If is based off of My Hero Academia, and that time I got reincarnated as a slime. Now, after the ogres reintroduced themselves to Rimuru, or Deku, Deku would have asked them how long he was, well, passed out. Them telling Deku that it has been about 2 to 3 days. Deku thinking, okay, I thought I was only passed out for 1 hour. As he would transform back into his human form and walk out to take in some fresh air, him finding out that the village is half empty. Him asking, what the hell? What happened to the rest of the villagers? As he would see a line of the villagers running around the village. Him thinking, what? Has this village gone insane? Him asking, what happened in the last 2 days? As Hakuro, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, or just the older ogre, telling Deku that he is training the villagers. Him continue saying that this will help the village grow stronger. Deku thinking about it and saying, can you train me as well? Hakuro being shocked because Deku is, well, stronger than him. Hakuro asking why. Deku saying that his skills may be strong, but he doesn't know anything about martial arts or even how to use a sword. So, for the next 6 months, Deku would have been training with Hakuro and the rest of the village, them learning how to use a sword, and well, getting stronger physically. As one day, Deku would hear Sage saying, the unique magic barrier has been analyzed. Do you want to proceed to dissolve the magic barrier? Deku being confused, him thinking, wait, what? As he would get smacked in the face by Hakuru, because they are in the middle of training. As Deku would tell Sage to remind him that when he is done training. Now, when Deku is done training, Sage would have said the same thing. Deku thinking, yes, proceed with the dissolving of the magic barrier. Sage doing so. As inside Deku's stomach, Veldora and Ifrit through Deku's memories would have been watching anime. as Veldora would suddenly feel that he can use magic and his skills again. Him starting to laugh, saying, "Huh, so it has already been 1 year, huh? Thank you, Rimuru." As back outside Deku's stomach, Deku would have been, well, at a open area as he would, how should I say this, spit out Veldora? Just something like that. After Veldora is freed from Deku's stomach, he would affect Deku as the ogres would rush towards Deku's location, them finding, well, Veldora, as they would be shocked, them readying to attack, with Deku stopping them, telling them that this is Veldora, his friend, as the ogres would, well, let their guard down. Deku asking Veldora, Veldora, I know you just came out of my stomach, but can you like transform into a smaller form other than your full-size dragon form? Because you're kind of like very big and very strong. So, yeah, with Veldora understanding where Deku is coming from, him using a skill he created from watching anime, which I'm just going to call it human form. Veldora using that skill and, well, transforming into a human form. Deku being shocked because he just saw a dragon transform into a human, which is weird. Him thinking, well, that solves that problem, with Veldora saying, "Hey Rimuru." "What is it, Veldora?" "Sorry, but I would have to leave for now." What do you mean, leave?" "I need to go find my brothers and sisters. I need to know if they're alive or not." "But don't worry, Rimuru, I will come back. And if my brothers and sisters are alive, can I bring them to this village as well?" "You are my friend. Of course I would let you and your family stay in my village." As Veldora would thank Deku as he would fly off into the distance, trying to find his brothers and sisters. Deku opening his menu to see that he is level 125. Him thinking, well, 25 more levels to go. I guess I'll train while waiting for Veldora to come back then. Him getting back into his training. Now we will time skip again to about 5.5 months later. Deku would have been already at level 150, but Veldora isn't back yet, so he is still waiting for him. With Deku thinking, what should I do now? I already got to my goal, which is get to 150 levels and unlock gate. But I really thought that after I level up to level 150, Veldora would be already back to this village. Him trying to think what to do next, as he would get an idea. Him thinking, oh yeah, since I do want to be a hero, I might as well make my hero costume here. As he would go to the blacksmith shop and, well, see Smithy and Kurobe, which is the ogre that has a giant hammer. Him asking them to teach him how to forge weapons and armors, with Smithy and Kurobe happily doing so. Deku learning the basics of forging weapons and armors in about 1 month. And one day, right after Deku finished practicing how to forge weapons, he would sense a giant amount of magic energy, or magic points, coming right at the village. Him rushing towards the direction, and getting ready, with Deku seeing about 25 dragons coming their way. as he would hear Veldora saying, Rimuru, I'm back! Deku thinking, did he really bring his whole family here? I mean, I don't mind, but seriously? With the dragons landing in front of Rimuru, Veldora transforming into his human form, him telling the rest of the dragons to do what he just did, which is transform into their human form, them doing so. As Veldora would ask Deku, so, where can we live? Deku saying, well, we did made a house for you to live in, but I didn't know that you have 25 family members, so I need a bit more time to make 3 more houses. So can you please wait for like 3 hours maybe? Veldora saying, 3 hours? That short? I thought it's going to take longer to make a house. Well, I am cloning myself and making all the houses at one time, so it will take a bit shorter. As Deku would start cloning himself and building more houses. And after 2 to 3 hours, Deku would have finished building the houses and told Veldora and his family to move in, them being very happy, since after the Holy War, they were being hunted down, so they have been running for their entire lives. And now they can finally have a place to settle down and relax. And if you're wondering why they are being hunted down, it is because the true dragons are about as strong as the demon clan, or race. Since after the Holy War, the demons were either killed or went into hiding. So, with the demons gone, the true dragons stands on top of the food chain, even though they are kind, friendly, and well, not bloodthirsty. Now, after the true dragons moved into the village, Deku would have told Veldora that he is planning to go back to his world, with Veldora being, well, a bit excited, because when he was in Deku's stomach, he was reading Deku's memories, and well, seeing everything Deku saw, which includes watching anime, manga, and analyzing heroes, and stuff like that. So let's just say that Veldora is a All Might fanboy, under the influence of Deku's memory, and well, the entire society of Deku's world. Because remember, All Might is the symbol of peace, so he is praised all over Japan. As Veldora would ask Deku if he can come to his world as well, with Deku, of course, saying that if he allows Veldora to come to his world, no one strong enough would be able to protect this village. Him asking Veldora if he wants his family to be safe, and if he does, he needs to stay back and, well, protect his family. With Harry hearing that Deku is about to leave, him running in and saying, wait, you're going to leave now? Uh, no, I'm going to leave maybe tomorrow. Then we have to throw a farewell party. Seriously, why do you always like parties? Well, maybe because it's fun and this may be the last time I could see you, so please? Sure, why not? As that night, they would have a welcome party for the true dragons and a farewell party for Deku. As one of the villagers would ask, Rimuru, if you leave, then who's going to be the new chief? Deku saying, well, the new chief needs to be someone strong, have leadership, knows a lot of things, and one of my friends, with Harry and James beginning to smile and looking at each other, having the face of, "You won't be the new chief of the village, I will." Them looking back at Deku and having the face of, "Please pick me, please pick me." Deku saying, "The new chief of the village is Veldora." As Harry and James' jaws would fall onto the ground, them saying, "What? How is he better than us? We are strong, we know things, and not to mention, we've known you the longest." Deku saying, "Well, are you stronger than a true dragon?" "N- uh, uh, n- no, I thought so." "Have you lived for 5,000 years?" "N- no, I thought so." But we do know you the longest." "Yes, you do, but you also kind of don't." What do you mean we don't?" "Well, if you do, then name my favorite food." As Harry and James would start to mutter to themselves, them saying something like, "Wait, what is this food? I I think I know that. It starts with a K. Let's cut. What?" Something like that. As Deku would just sigh and said, "Feodora, do you know what my favorite food is?" With Feodora saying, "Katsudon." Deku smiling and saying, "Correct." With James and Harry being very angry, them saying, "I knew it was Katsudon. We know it. We just don't know how to pronounce it." "Really? Then tell me, who is my favorite hero?" "What?" "I mean, who is my favorite hero in my world?" As James and Harry would start to mutter to themselves again, Deku saying, "I will give you a hint. It starts with a all and ends with a might." James saying, "Then what's the middle part?" Deku slapping his hand onto his face, him saying, "And you said you were smart. Veldora, can you answer for them?" Veldora saying, "All might." With Deku giving a thumbs up to Veldora, saying, "Nice." As Harry and James will be, well, sad because they aren't the chief. Deku continues saying, "Well, you two may not be the chief, but you two will be the second in command." As James and Harry would start to, well, cheer, them being very happy because even though they didn't get to be the chief of the village, at least they get to be the second in command. Now it would be the next day as the entire village would be there to see Deku off. Him using copy and paste to create something in his hand. Him giving it to Veldora and saying, "Veldora, here, take this." "What is this, Rimuru?" "This is an item I made. If you break it, it will send me a message, and I will come back to this world as soon as I can." With Veldora taking the item and thanking Deku. As Deku would give Harry and James the item as well. Him getting ready to leave. As he would remember one thing. Him thinking, Sage, can you tell me how do I use gate again?" Sage saying, "The first thing you need to do is imagine how the portal would look like. The next thing you need to do is concentrate on the place where you want to go to. But you will either need to have been to that place before, or you will have to know how far that place is from your location. And finally, you will just have to say gate, and the portal will appear right where you want it to be." "Okay. I mean, how do I travel between worlds?" "Oh, you will just travel to the place where you came from." "What?" I mean, for example, if you were under a bridge in your world and you travel to this world, when you go back to your world, you will be under the same bridge. Okay then, gate. Him stretching out his hand as a portal would appear right in front of Deku. Him walking into the portal. Now, I have two questions for you guys to answer in the comments down below, which would decide how the story would go. The first question being, who should I give One for All to? Excluding Deku, because he is too overpowered. Since he's a slime, he has Black Lightning, which can obliterate you, Hellfire, which can disintegrate you, and well, cloning. So, yeah. The second question being, can you guys please give me a name for the masked demon? Because he is going to play a role in the future of this What If. And I don't know what name I should give him. So, please leave your answers in the comments down below. And this will be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. That will be amazing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!